John is here to find out the DNA truth about his 25-year-old daughter. Take a look at this.
John was in a love triangle that ended up breaking his heart. Caitlin was his firstborn daughter. He was so excited to go to the hospital and to hold her and love her. And by the time he got there, the birth certificate said unknown. And it broke his heart. And she took that away from him. She's a liar and she's sneaky. I've been with John for 18 years. He has been a wonderful father, and what I'm sick and tired of is her calling him a deadbeat dad. He is a great father. The older Caitlin is getting, the more she's looking like the other man's children. John set Caitlin down, and he had told her that he wasn't sure that he was her natural father. And it really hurt him bad to say that to her. And it confused her. This is all a result from Caitlin's mother. She was too scared to show up today, so I don't know what that means. She thinks she can get away with anything, but not today. We're gonna find out the truth.
Everyone, welcome John to the show. How you doing, John?
All right, how are you?
Good, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So, I have to know immediately, what happened the night that Caitlin was born?
I got a call at work saying that she was on her way to the hospital. And I got there about an hour and a half later. And I seen my baby. She's beautiful as I expected to be. And I asked about the birth certificate. Could I sign the birth certificate? And my ex said that they already did the paperwork on the birth certificate, and she put down there unknown.
So why weren't you given the opportunity, since you were there, to sign it?
They said the people had already gone. Still to this day, I never knew.
Yeah. Did you all have any arguments? Was there something wrong in your relationship at that time?
No, there was nothing wrong.
So how was your relationship with her mother during that time?
Oh, it was good. It was good.
How long were y'all together?
The first time was about three months, and the last time was probably about 6 months.
And what was breaking you all up during those times?
That we kept going back and forth. She kept going back to her husband. Then we get back together. After she get back with her husband, she'd call me, want to see me. I go see her, and we end up being together again for a while.
It. That was that love triangle.
Yeah,
she couldn't make a decision.
Right.
So, so she was married at the time then?
Yeah, she already had 2 other kids with him.
Yeah. So are you still in contact with Caitlin's mother today?
Yes.
Yes. And how's that relationship today?
We're friends.
You're friends?
Yeah.
And what does she feel about the fact that right now you're still confused of if this could be your daughter?
I don't think she likes it. I really want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know if she's really my child. It doesn't matter because I still love her, no matter what.
That's beautiful. So I hear you say I love her. Does that mean that you helped raise Caitlin?
Yes.
Tell me about raising her.
Oh, it was fun.
Yeah.
The best times. I see her go through a lot.
Yeah.
I went through a lot.
Yeah.
I want to be there with her all the time.
So why, after all this time, do you want to know now? Since you've been there, you went through stuff together, why know this now?
Because it's bothered me for 25 years.
Wow.
I wanted to know if she was actually my blood child or if she was someone else's child.
Yeah. How did telling Caitlin that you wanted this DNA test go?
I told her I love her no matter what. If it doesn't go the way we want it, that's okay too.
So what was her reaction when you told her that you had these doubts?
She didn't really care to hear that.
Yeah.
She just thought, I don't believe that. I believe you're my dad. You've been there for me all these years.
Does she know about the birth certificate? Has she ever seen it?
Yes.
That it says unknown?
Yes.
Did she ever question her mother herself? Because if I was a kid, I'd be like, Mom, why are you doing this? Like, the man is right here. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on?
I don't know why she didn't pester her mom more about it to find out more stories and stuff. I don't know.
So why does your wife think that this is not yours? Because she's involved in this situation too.
Because her siblings, the other 2 children, Caitlin looks just like them, and the mother.
It. So it's because they look all alike over there. It's like the doubt. But even though you've been there, she's still like, that doesn't play into your wife's heart at all that maybe she could be yours? She's just convinced because of the looks that
yeah, she's just the looks. That's not mine. She has some of my attitude. Like, she has no patience sometimes. She's like her dad. I don't have no patience.
Yeah, well, you can be my father too in that case, okay? My patience is low. Okay, I get that. So do you think you look like your daughter?
Not really. She don't have my eyes.
Yeah. And do you have a good relationship with her?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. What are the type of things you do together?
We rode mini bikes and crashed before. She liked to play the pinball and play pool.
Okay.
I didn't have much money to do anything, so I did the best things I could do with her.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You said that you two have been through some things. You said she's seen some things and been through some things, and you as well. What did you mean by that?
Her mother left me, went back to her husband. That really hurt me a lot. She kept calling me and telling me this is my child, but I didn't know if it was or not.
And so not only are you being played with, but now this information about your potential child is also hurting you.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Very much.
so sorry about that. Well, listen, everyone, let's welcome Caitlin to the show. Caitlin, you look so pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. So, Caitlin, when did your father tell you that you might not be his daughter?
Right before COVID, 2019, 2018, right between those years, he told me I was his daughter over the phone. I was sitting in my bedroom, and I was watching a movie at the time, a horror movie, believe it or not. But he told me I might not be his daughter. At that time, I was hurt, but I knew that blood or not, I was still his daughter.
You said you're watching a horror movie and then you get this horrible call in essence, you know what I mean? Like,
That's a little bit kind of coincidence, I gotta say.
yeah, yeah. So how did it make you feel though? Like,
It made me hurt that I may not be his daughter. Yes, my mom has a little bit of a troubled past, but she's still my mom.
Yeah.
I love her.
Do you have a good relationship with your mother?
Oh yes, I love my mom.
Did you ever question to her why did you put unknown on the birth certificate?
I kept asking her questions, and I been having doubts. She never told me those straight answers.
So she would just sort of ignore your inquiries.
Ignore them, yes.
And she did that with you as well.
Yes.
So how often when you were kids did you see your father?
About 5 times a year.
Was it a good relationship when you did see each other?
It was, yes. He took me to flying kites, took me fishing.
John's wife, Diane, is involved in this situation. What does your mother say about her?
She can tolerate her. The relationship
that's
between...
a strong word, tolerate.
My mom is a kind woman, but at the same time, she does have doubts of what happened back then.
What's your relationship with, like, Diane?
I love her. She's been there for him. And no matter what, she loves him and she loves me. She loves me.
Yeah, she loves you. That's good to know. So what did your mom say when she found out that John wants to do the DNA test?
She says I'm his daughter.
So is she confirming that because she had all these doubts all this time, and now when she gets confronted by you, she says he was the father?
She still has faith. John is my dad.
What's your father's relationship with your mother from your perspective?
They don't get along. If they argue, I will go in my room and cry.
It hits you. I get it.
It hurts.
Caitlin, how are you feeling about getting this truth today, though? Because there's a possibility today that you could find out that this man is not your father. Are you prepared for that?
I am 98% sure that he's my father.
Okay. So how would it make you feel if it came back that he wasn't your father?
If he wasn't my father, I would break down, yes, but I would know that he's been there for me. Maybe not financially, but he's been a loving, kind father.
How does it make you feel that she talks so highly of you? This has to feel good.
It makes me feel happy.
Means you did good.
Even though I got tears coming and emotions coming out,
Yeah.
it makes me feel really good that she loves me as much as I love her.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Well, listen, everyone. Let's welcome Diane to the show as well. Hi, Diane.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
Hi.
So, Diane, I got to ask you first off, what do you think about Caitlin's mother? Because she's the reason we're all here today.
I think Caitlin's mother should have been here for this very important day.
Yeah.
But she's not, and we're here together today as a family.
I love that.
To
So
do-
how long have you and John been together?
18 years.
18. Good job. So has it been hard for you to go through this and see John going through this? And
Yeah,
having these
because
doubts?
he's brought it up. It's been aching at him for years.
Yeah.
And he had to speak to her, and that was the most hurtful thing a father could say to a daughter.
Yeah. Do you think it was right for him to tell her?
Yes, I did encourage him.
Good. Why?
I did encourage him because he should know,
Yeah.
and so should she.
Yeah. Have you ever talked to Caitlin's mother about that?
I've never confronted her about it.
So do you think that her mom did that because she was still married?
I don't know if she didn't, maybe she didn't know.
Yeah. Caitlin, do you think that's why your mother did it, because she was married?
Those were her reasons, and those were her reasons alone. I can't stand for those.
Yeah.
But I do know that she loves me. If she was married back then, she was married back then. I can't change that.
Of course. Are you ready for the outcome of this DNA test?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
All right, so I asked before, Caitlin, how do you feel, would you feel if this came back no? You said you'd be hurt?
I'm nervous.
Yeah, you're nervous?
Very.
And for you, John, what about you? How would you feel if this came back that this is not your daughter?
I'm still going to feel the same for her, no matter what.
Yeah.
She's my child. I just want to know deep down inside, you know, if I was really right for all these years or if I was wrong.
Yeah, makes sense. Clarity. Well, in this envelope is a DNA outcome that says if Caitlin is your daughter or not. This is the answer and the truth that you have been waiting for, right here. I think that since you are the one that was in that hospital room and saw unknown father, I think this is for you to open.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good. What?
John, Caitlin is your daughter. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Jesus. Oh my God.
How are you feeling?
Great. Great. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. What's
yes.
going through your mind, both of you? What's going through your mind?
Excitement.
Yeah. Now we can celebrate. Go home and celebrate.
Yeah. In this celebration, I'm very happy that you all have answers. But I cannot have you leave without saying one thing does need to happen. I think that, especially for you and you, there needs to be a moment when you sit down with your mother and she needs to take accountability for her actions.
My mom has never been a bad person.
Agreed.
She has a heart that she could wear on her sleeve. The actions she made back then doesn't make her the person she is now.
I agree. What I'm looking at is the joy that was 2 minutes ago, fear. And that fear was set off by an action that she did by writing unknown father. And so you have to take accountability for that because that caused years of pain. I know you two were in your entanglement, you were, you know, in this sort of situation.
Triangle.
Yeah, this triangle. But at the end of the day, no matter if you two were supposed to be together, she should have never put doubts in your mind about this little girl.
Right.
Because luckily, you were the man that still tried to be there, still tried to do things. But there's other guys that would have said, oh, you're putting doubt in my head? I'm gonna go. And then that would have left this little girl with no father, without any doubts. Well, listen, I'm so happy for you all. This is really a good time to celebrate. Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you
excited
very
for it.
much.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
Thank you, show.
Yeah, you're welcome so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for being with us. Come back next time, friends, so we can keep talking and growing. I love you all. Hold up. Where are you going? I know you want to watch more Karamo, so click here to subscribe and click here to watch more so we can keep talking and growing, friends. I love you.